What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to the 49ers Denver Broncos instant reaction show. And the 49ers got smoked. Let's call it what it is. They got it handed to them. You know what I mean? Now let's talk about some positives and negatives that I saw in the game because it's just preseason. You don't want to go all the way out with that one. And let's see who the MVP of both sides is. Let's start with the MVP of both sides. On the defensive side, we had quite a few guys that it was hard to choose from, but the number one guy would have to be Chase Lucas. Every 5 seconds you heard his name while he was on the field, and he showed out. He really did show out. After sitting last year, the entire year on the practice squad, my man has come ready to play this year, and he's going to be good. By the end of the year, let's see what we got there. You know, we definitely got a nice little gem there. Honorable mention, I have to mention D. Winters. Last year, he let off some big plays. This year, my man has improved big time. Big time. He's ready to step into that role next to Fred Warner. CJ West looked cool when he was out there. But that's D. Winter's spot. It's pretty obvious. The third-year player has come ready to take the reins, and that's his spot. That's it. Simple as that. Now, on the offensive end, I wasn't too happy with what I saw. Tanner Mordecai, I expected a little bit better. I think he was a little nervous. It seemed like he was a little tight out there in the fourth quarter. So, on the offensive side, I'm giving it to Watkins. Jordan Watkins. You've been hearing his name a lot in the offseason. And my man has showed up and showed out. Now, the other guy that I want to give some mention to, well, there's two. I like Kiner as well. I like what Kiner did. The other guy that I'm looking forward to is Robinson. Fast. You could tell he's a vet out there. He knows what he's doing. And I was excited to watch him play. Now, the negatives of the team that I saw. And boy, was there a lot of them. So let's just pinpoint the heavy hitter. And the heavy hitter is giving up the big plays. The 49ers last year were known to do this often, where they give up big plays after a stop. And tonight was literally no different. We would make a big stop on third down or on second down, actually, a big stop, 3rd and 17. Then all of a sudden, boop, they got a first down. Letting off big plays is something that pisses me off because I think you need to have discipline. And there was a lot of plays that broke down on the defense. I'm pretty sure Robert Saleh is going to be in their ear. They're going to be looking at film all week and figuring out what to do because you cannot let teams get big plays like that over you. We're about to play the Raiders next week. I don't expect the same. I do not expect the Raiders to be able to do any of that stuff. But they are pros. All teams are pros. They're there for a reason, the players, the teams. And you have to be ready and you got to be on your A game. You can't let big plays happen. Now, Darrell Luter played good. D. Winters, Batum, before he got hurt, was playing good. Chase Lucas, though, man. Revelation. That's what I would say. It's a revelation. We need to shore up that defensive line a little bit. We had a lot of guys out. But another positive that I could say, well, the only positive that I could say, is that the Broncos play their starters, We didn't have our heavy hitters out there. Fred Warner, Bosa, Brock, Glock Purdy. Ayuk is hurt, obviously. Jawan Jennings didn't play. He's hurt. Ricky Pearsall didn't play. So our heavy hitters did not play. Kittle, don't forget Kittle. And Christian McCaffrey, obviously. Our heavy hitters didn't play. Their heavy hitters did play. But I'm not going to make that excuse because let's be real about one thing. While the starters were out there, we had a 9-0 lead. We had a 9-0 lead when we were playing against the starters. And The Broncos took that game over with their second unit and third unit guys. That wasn't the starters. The starters were already sitting down by the time they took the lead anyway. So their will is what overcame. Their will and their drive, and they just kept doing what they had to do. They didn't worry about the score, and that's the mentality we need. So we could look at the Broncos defense and say that's what we need to do. Next week we got the Raiders. I don't expect us to lose that game, but at the same time, winning and losing doesn't really matter in preseason. When you're trying stuff out, and right now we have a situation where we need to figure out who's the third string quarterback. I would like it to be Mordecai, but last night did not suggest that he should be the third string quarterback. I'm assuming in the next game he'll play better. Kiner showed up. I like Kiner, He's not expected to get a lot of playing time, but he showed that he could play. I want to know what's up with Abdullah, see if he's hurt or not, so he could visit his team next year. Visit his team from last year next week. Sports Truth game preview was all right. I didn't expect this, but it happened. We just lost to a team that was in the playoffs, a team that is good in the trenches, something that we need to improve on. And if you want to win some games, we better get better in the trenches. That offensive line, it ain't it. It ain't it. I know there was guys out, especially Big Trent, the best left tackle in the game. Yeah, I said it. The best left tackle in the game. Sports Truth, 49ers. Let's get it.